Welcome back to Sing with Confidence, everybody. I'm Olivie, your host, and I'm so excited for you to be here today for this episode that I am just really excited about. If you've been hiding your voice, your songs, your expression until some better version of you arrives, this episode is for you. Your voice is not something you earn. It's something you bring, whether you're feeling strong and certain or shaky and unsure. And today we're talking about letting go of perfectionism, honoring mastery instead, and allowing your voice to move first through you and then out into the world. I'm going to go over the 4 points to take yourself from that obsessive, nothing's ever good enough perfectionism to allowing mastery to set in. First of all, I want to celebrate you and just really allow yourself to take a moment and just breathe and get into your body and realize that the first point is perfectionism is not bad. Obsession is. Excellence, accuracy, focus, and mastery, they're all beautiful traits. And I just want to take a moment to celebrate that for you. I want to hold you for a moment if you struggle with perfectionism. There is nothing wrong with you. Wanting excellence, accuracy, mastery, and focus, that is powerful. It only becomes painful when it turns into obsession and you start withholding your voice from the world. So we're withholding because we don't think we're good enough. That's my experience with perfectionism, is that I felt like I had to be perfect to be loved. I had to perform. The way that I was just naturally just wasn't good enough. Whether I was completely celebrated in a moment or not, it's kind of like that underlying feeling when you're a kid. It's caught, not taught. That's one of my teachers always say. And so when we are kids and we are not celebrated for the holiness that we are, because we are holy, our voices are sacred, and our songs are sacred, then we start to get very superficial. And everything on the outside matters more than what's going on in the inside. And to let go of that perfectionism, I want you to let that outside kind of not dissolve, but to just start to see it for what it is. Because the outside, the 3D reality that we live in is beautiful and it's great and it's amazing to look beautiful and feel beautiful. But that comes from the inside first. You know when somebody's insecure, you can see it by the way that they walk and their body language and maybe what they're wearing. And think about somebody that you know that's like fully embodied and they just show up themselves no matter what. That is what I wish for you. That is what I hope for you. And that is what we're going to work on today in this episode. So perfectionism often means you care deeply. So I want to honor that within you. You do care deeply. You want things to be excellent. You want it to be polished and beautiful. But it becomes harmful when nothing is ever enough. You're not enough. Your music's not enough. Your voice isn't enough. But I want you to sink in because nobody is like you. Nobody was ever like you and nobody can ever be like you. So just by you being that person, you are already way more than enough because you have no competition. Once you realize what makes you unique, I want you to double down, triple down on that, and then really allow that to flourish and understand and realize that you are amazing. You're so awesome the way that you are. You are made perfect in His image and likeness, or her image and likeness. You are made perfect in the image of God. So why are you comparing yourself to others? Let go of that comparison and come back and realize that you are so loved and you are so perfect and you are so, yes, just completely unconditionally loved by the universe and by a energy much greater than you. You wouldn't exist unless you wouldn't exist unless you were perfect the way that you are. You're perfect. You are flawed and not flawed. It's those funny little paradoxes. It's like, I am perfect the way that I am, but can I improve? Absolutely. But also like letting go of always trying to make yourself better. Oh, this like just be like, this is the best music I can make right now. This is the best my voice sounds right now. And I'm just going to put it out in the world and see what happens, because I promise you people are going to connect to it. I promise you. Because guess what? They might want to do the same thing, but they're scared to do it. They're scared to share their art and their voice. And by you sharing yours, you can inspire somebody else to do it. So letting go of that obsession, realizing that sometimes 80% is more than enough. When I was working on my album last year, I was working on it for about a year and a half. I could tell at the end it was starting to become an obsession because, like, for example, I redid like a whole song or two, like vocally. And then I realized and I listened to it and I said, I like the first version because I was trying to make it, I was getting too much in my head. So a good practice, an embodiment practice for this is to get grounded. When we are in the obsession and the perfectionism realm, we tend to live in that fight or flight, the sympathetic nervous system. When we are, oh, this isn't good enough, I'm not good enough, you're not grounded, you're probably not breathing very deeply, you're not in that rest and digest. So use some of your practices. Use that shaking and dancing. It's always good to get it out of your body, right? Because like when we are tense and tight, we get very structured and what's the word I'm looking for? We get very rigid. And instead of rigidity, we want flow, we want ease. So go outside, take your shoes off if you can, depending on if there's snow on the ground or whatever. Take your shoes off, put some earbuds in or get a speaker, turn on some fun Afro beats or turn on some fun music you like to listen to and just dance for 5 minutes and just let it all go. That is a super hack of changing from perfectionism to mastery. And that sets me up perfectly for point number 2, which is mastery allows flaws. Perfectionism tries to erase them. Mastery comes from repetition, not flawlessness. So I remember when I kind of first started writing my own songs and learning to play the guitar and just coming up with these little melodies and things. And I really felt like this is good. Like this is great. But I didn't feel like it was good enough. I felt like, oh, this is like very cool. I'm creating these kind of sacred songs, these songs that are helping me and my healing. I bet they'll help somebody else's. But I kind of let those songs go. I was like, no, they're not good enough. So that's what I'm actually working on now in my new project is revisiting some of these songs that I first started to write and sing, because it comes from such a place of purity. It comes from a place of innocence. And that's something I think you should write down. Purity coming from a place, that's something to ask yourself. Is this coming from a place of innocence and curiosity and purity? Or is this coming from a place of not feeling good enough? So getting a little bit more focused on mastery versus perfectionism, I think is wonderful. And again, I don't want you to beat yourself up, because I've done it, on having that perfectionism mentality. Like I said, that is a phenomenal trait. But once it becomes obsessive and we are getting into we're in a stress response in our body, instead of realizing, okay, I'm making the decision That's good enough right now. Or I'm making the decision, that's what I'm going with. And maybe realizing that might be the wrong choice, or like just keep going forward. Always focus on going forward. So relatability actually lives in imperfection. I love this point. Nobody wants to see like a perfect Barbie doll that everything is polished, they don't make any mistakes. Actually, perfectionism is not relatable because nobody's actually in that way perfect, flawless. Our flaws are what make us unique. Our flaws are what makes us interesting. And what's so beautiful is that all those experiences that you've had that maybe you thought made you bad or made you not good enough or created shame and trauma in your life, those are the experiences that actually can create some beautiful art, and it can create some beautiful healing within yourself and with other people. When you transmute that and write that into a song, and first remember it's yours. And honestly, you never have to share your music if you don't want to. Some songs maybe aren't appropriate for that, depending on kind of what your brand is. But knowing that, yes, perfectionism is so real. But taking that again, taking that to mastery instead. I want to be mastery and allow those flaws. Perfectionism, we try to erase the flaws. Oh, I'm perfect. I don't think that's very interesting. I would love to hear something that has happened in your life, whether it be a positive experience that maybe was a little bit embarrassing or weird or funny. It doesn't have to be very dark or negative, but that is a way you can honestly and truthfully relate to people, because guess what? Pain is universal. We've all been through pain. We have all been through suffering. And once we share that, there's something magical that happens. You become brave enough to say, hey, I've been in a very dark place before. Hey, I've had alopecia and my hair has fallen out multiple times because of trauma, of stress, of my dad dying. I think that's way more interesting than only talking about the positive experiences. What if all the experiences you've ever had, whether they be positive or negative, were actually all setting you up? They all happened so you could be a more powerful storyteller. And that's what songwriting is. We're telling stories. Some of my favorites, like one of my favorite songs is Rocky Raccoon by the Beatles. It's just such a story and it's just fantastic. And that is something that comes with experience. Your experiences don't make you bad or wrong. Only your judgment does. Because as I'm sure you may have experienced in your life, you can look back at some of the worst things that have occurred, some of the hardest challenges that you've had to go through. And then you look back and realize that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it created a space where I can connect to people who have experienced that, or maybe it led you into meeting somebody or getting into music or songwriting, or making you realize that's not what I want at all. I've been wanting to travel the world and I haven't been prioritizing that, and I've been waiting, like waiting till I'm perfect to do that. I mean, how long are you going to wait? If you're going to wait until you're perfect, you might as well just pack it up now, because that's not going to happen. But I like to say that you can become perfect in the way that you relate to your own body, in the way that you relate to your own self and your spirit, and the way that you songwrite, the way that you like to be honored and honor yourself and your feelings and your sacred flow with your body and your dance and your movements in the morning, and just connecting to that beauty. Mastery lives in familiarity, not control. I want you to stop being so rigid and just getting in the flow and starting to trust your intuition, trust your connection with source. It's very unique. You're the only one that's you. Remember, you're a snowflake. Nobody's ever been you. Nobody will ever be you. Like, that is awesome. So God created you perfectly, actually. So I would say, celebrate your imperfectionism and your flaws because they're actually perfect. Remember, you can be a master and still have flaws. In fact, your flaws are often what make you magnetic. If you've sung a song 1,000 times, people know they can feel it they'll feel it in your body, your breath, or confidence. So mastery really comes from repetition. So know your songs. Nobody else knows your songs the way that you do. Maybe one day they will. But the great thing is that you can just totally integrate these beautiful sounds on a cellular level. You integrate these beautiful sounds on a cellular level, which is just so beautiful. Which brings me perfectly to point 3, which is bring your sacred songs to yourself first. I really need to hear that too. When you are in creation mode and you are getting these downloads from the universe and your channel is clear, don't even think about how is this going to be perceived. Just start to heal yourself through your own music. Your songs are your medicine for you first. You don't need an audience to be valid. Ooh, that's good. You do not need an audience to be valid. An audience of 1, yourself. An audience of 2, you and the universe, or God, or your higher power. Or the birds, or your dog. Or nature. You go outside and you sing the songs to the trees and the birds. Your voice is a sacred instrument and a divine channel. Just again, getting into that level of trust in your body, allowing yourself to get into that regulated nervous system, the rest and digest, the parasympathetic nervous system, through shaking, through dancing, through breath work, through listening to your subconscious reprogramming tracks, laying down, taking a nap, resting, eating a meal, talking to somebody you trust and love. There's so many ways to regulate the nervous system. And it's okay to get excited. I would say like fight or flight is not always a bad thing, because right before, you go on stage, you're going to have that excitement. And allowing yourself to completely honor and love and respect, yes, really honor the songs that come through you. These beautiful sacred songs that are divinely given. They are here to create magic with yourself. And then you can share if you choose. Your songs are sacred. Your voice is sacred. Before your music is for the world, it's for you. Let your songs heal you first. Sing them in your room, in your car, in your quiet moments. You don't need production, instruments, or polish for your voice to matter. You don't need production, instruments, or polish for your voice to matter. You can include those. That's perfectly fine. Your voice alone, though, is enough. You are a divine channel. You don't sing to be worthy. You sing because you already are. Ooh, come on now. I'm going to say that again. You don't sing to be worthy. You sing because you already are. You are so divinely made. You are more than enough. You just being alive, you're enough because you are one of one. And what an exciting journey it is for other people to discover you and to be along in your journey. Oh, I just love it. And now we go to point number 4. This is the big one. Stop shrinking. Share the journey, not the highlight reel. So once you integrate what we've talked about in this video, I want you to realize you don't have to wait. Stop waiting for a better version. It keeps you invisible. I've totally guilty of this. It's taken me years to feel confident on the camera and sharing my stories and sharing things that I think are important on social media. And your artist journey is the hero's journey. I want to see a person and their different ways, their path of powerful purpose, as I love to call it. It's windy road. It's not a straight road to go, oh, I'm unknown to I'm known. It's like, let certain people discover you and share your challenges and share your struggles and just be honest. I think that that perfect pop star, perfect celebrity is really over. Nobody really wants to see that anymore. People want to see authenticity and truth. That is such a key element. Is like, is this truth? Is this true to me? I think perfectionism also is really rooted in like, what do other people think? What do you think? I love thinking about what is interesting. That's all you have to wonder about. Is this interesting? Yes. Okay, follow that. Am I still interested in this? Yes. Okay, continue to follow that. People want to see the becoming, not the perfection. So share, hey, you could even say, hey, I'm really nervous to share this right now. Hey, I'm actually pretty nervous to share. Pretty nervous to do anything that I'm doing right now on social media. I'm pretty nervous to share, but hey guys, I've been working on this song, or hey guys, I've been songwriting for a long time and I have been feeling super nervous to share anything. You're going to connect with so many people because they probably are in the same boat, but also because you're just beautiful. And the more that you are honest and true, the more you're going to attract your tribe and your people and your audience. So many artists, they hide until they feel ready. But people don't connect to perfection. They connect to the journey, the cracks, the growth, the becoming, the era where you're figuring it out. So like I was saying, the era of the perfect, polished, untouchable artist is over. Figure out what makes you different, double down on that. Your uniqueness is the antidote to perfectionism because nobody can be compared to you. Again, you are that snowflake. You are completely unique. So when you actually share the authentic version of you, I think authentic is the opposite of perfectionism. When you are authentically you and truthfully you, you really have no competition because you're just being yourself and nobody else is like you. And here's a really good reframe when you are singing and you are creating your songs: meaning over perfection. You can only focus on one thing at a time. So focus on the meaning and purpose of what you're saying, of the story you're trying to convey, instead of performance and perfection. We want to express, not impress. So we're focusing on expression, not impression. And connection dissolves perfectionism naturally. So me connecting to my body, my guitar, my voice is just fantastic. And like, we love that. If you focus on meaning, you can't focus on perfection. When you focus on purpose, perfectionism fades. When you connect your lyrics, your story, your why, your body relaxes. Your voice opens. Perfectionism doesn't need to be fought. It melts when you shift your focus. Another point is there are no rules. You make the rules. Sure, there is, okay, this is what a pop song in 2016 sounds like, or whatever. There are certain industry rules, right? If you want to be in the mainstream music industry. If you don't, you make the rules, honey. And even in the mainstream, what about Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen? Does that make any sense, that song? Not really, but it's amazing. So push the boundaries, push the rules of what is perfect. And oh, this is a perfect song. Yeah, to somebody. But guess what? To somebody else, they don't like it. So it's totally subjective. There is no objective perfectionism. In certain cultures, sure, there are beauty standards and all this stuff, but there are no rules. Remember that. There are no rules. You decide. I want to sing for you a little bit of my song. If you're not doing what you love, why are you doing it? Who are you doing it for? If you're not doing what you love, why are you doing it? Get up off the floor. If you're not doing what you love, why are you doing it? I'm choosing it for me because I love me. 'Cause you were made to fly. Yes, you were made to fly. Yes, you need to hear why. That you were made to fly. So do what you love and love what you do. Have faith in up above, and to yourself always be true. And to yourself always be true. La da 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 da. Da 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 da, la da 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 da, da 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 da. Da 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 da, la da 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 da, da 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 da. Da 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 da, la da da da. If you're not doing what you love, why are you doing it? Who are you doing it for? If you're not doing what you love, why are you doing it? Get up off the floor. Yes, I'm choosing what I love. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it for me because I love me. Because I love me. I wanted to share that with you because it just goes to show you. Was that perfect? I don't think so. But I felt it and it was real. Is what you're doing real? Is it honest? Is it true? I have a couple more points and then I want you to just meditate on this episode, take some notes, see where you could replace perfectionism with honesty and with truth. You can focus on meaning, you can focus on perfection. If you focus on purpose, perfectionism fades. When you connect to your lyrics, your story, your why, your body relaxes, your voice opens. Perfectionism doesn't need to be fought. It melts when you shift focus. So think about Mother Nature. Nature is perfect. Look at her. She's chaotic sometimes. There are storms, fires, winter where things die, and then spring comes and everything works together, even the mess. So are you in a fire season in your life or in the day? Are you in a hurricane? Are you in a very peaceful spring day? Understanding that we don't show up the same way every single day. And we don't show up the same way at different seasons in our life either. Ask yourself, what season am I in right now? A winter, a spring, a storm, a calm morning that turned into a wildfire? All of it belongs. Perfect is boring. Truth is alive. All right, here is one gentle technique reminder. I would rather you sing light and right than strong and wrong. Gentleness builds longevity. Dynamics do matter. When you want to be loud and powerful, do it with technique, not force. Your voice deserves care. So, my beautiful souls, please remember that God made you perfect. Perfectly you. Celebrate your flaws. Celebrate your unique combination. Nobody has the unique combinations that you have. Stop waiting to arrive somewhere else before you share your voice. Share your voice today. You are already worthy of being heard. You are so worthy of being heard. I don't even care if your voice has never been trained and it's all cracky and it's everywhere. If it's true and honest, it will resonate with people. Think about Bob Dylan. He does not have a good voice. Everybody knows it, but his lyrics are phenomenal. And he really cared about his storytelling. And he's like one of the best artists of all time. So I implore you to just be yourself, be true and honest to you. And that truly is perfect. If you want support with singing with confidence and care and letting go of perfectionism and getting in touch with the truth and honesty of your message and your songs and your music, check out my Sing with Confidence challenge. Please write in the comments challenge and I will send you over the information. Our next challenge starts really soon. And I'm super excited to see you there. I will see you next week, everybody. In the meantime, sing with freedom. Enjoy your body and your childlike nature. And sing your heart out. Sing because it makes you feel good and it makes you feel connected to yourself and your truth. And focus on that, and you will win at everything you do. Okay, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.